Okay.
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
Asna, innit? Western.
Someone. Oh god. A lot of bad news in this in the news these days, isn't there?
What?
Yes.
Like what?
I don't know. You can tell me.
Oh my day! Oh yeah. Man United lost to a City, man. Terrible. The worst news ever that's going around right now. Being a United fan, that's the worst thing ever. Like, I don't know how these United fans live. You know, in their condition. Like, it's just you really need to set up like some kind of foundation for United fans, because we expect to win, but then we don't.
Right.
You know, we expect change.
That is such heartbreak.
We've protested for so long, and they don't listen to us.
Oh,
There's a lot of
Yeah.
conflict, isn't it?
but
I've
only heard about Man U now. Like I've never heard about this before.
People only hear from one side sometimes, but they're not hearing us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, no, but okay, you need to explain because I don't know.
Yeah,
Look,
I'm
we've voiced-
baffled.
Look, we've voiced our opinions, but they
Yeah.
shut us down. They only
Okay.
tell you
And
about
this
the other
rivalry
side.
has been going on for
Years.
for like a year, 2 years,
No, longer than that.
longer than
It's
decades.
not, it did not just start on October. Oh no, right, that's the wrong one. What are we talking about? You starting, yeah?
Classic.
Third episode of the Chicken and Waffle podcast.
This
Here
is
we
the
go.
third one. Oh yeah, the official episode.
Official third one.
Yeah.
Why do you always say this?
Unofficially.
In episode 50, the official. third episode.
No, we've done so many episodes. We just haven't released them. One day it'll come out and then we'll get cancelled.
I'll be on
But I can
That'll
find
be on
the
the
exact
OnlyFans.
same sound footage of you saying the exact same words
What?
in the exact same way.
I'm following my script.
Bro,
I am an actor.
I mean, it's not scripted. But if you want to see the other episodes, will be on our OnlyFans. Be sure to subscribe. Right?
That's not in the script. I don't know how to respond to that.
I can't improvise.
Improv. Okay. There's a cat. It's like, right.
Yes, and
Third episode. Right. Been a long time. Kind of, innit? In between the first and second, that was a long time.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think this one.
It's been a bit shorter, but still quite a few months, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. Gosh, it was still hot. Remember?
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, yeah, Britain's hot weather's gone. But the second episode was quite quick, like the way we did it,
Yeah.
and
It was
put it
quite-
out in a couple of days. So hopefully this one, same thing as well. I'll be doing the usual checking in.
Yeah,
or you
might
wanna
as
do
well.
that?
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know why I brought it up. I hate that. Now I brought it up. I was
I've
gonna go
made it a
straight into
thing now.
topic. Yeah.
So go on.
How am I feeling?
Yeah.
Well, right now, looking at how the world is right now, I'm great. I love it. Yeah, things are lovely. If you turn on the news, have a bit of a cry.
As you do.
It's
Yeah,
great.
exactly. Yeah.
Life is fantastic. Like, you know.
For me, in the safety in my own home, unless things are being recorded, then I'm fine.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I might say certain words,
Oh, right.
Oh right, and then certain powers that be might be like.
No, I'm talking about, when you sing along to rap songs and then, you say certain things. That's
What
what
kind
I
of
do.
songs?
Those words that trigger.
Oh,
Like.
Bigger.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
off the
bigger
top of my-
words. Those are struggle bigger words. To pronounce.
Trigger, not struggle.
No, but
He did. Yeah, he did. This is the RDJ thing again. What about RDJ? We just talked about listen. Acting is about listening and reacting. This guy.
And that's why.
This guy's a director,
That's why I direct and I don't.
That's why he's a movement director. That's why he's been doing a tour with the deaf guy. You don't need to listen to shit with him.
oh god, I'm
Sorry,
crying.
Renku.
I'm actually crying.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
So yeah, third episode. So we get straight into. Oh, you want to talk about feelings or?
I'm
Have
good.
you got anything to say?
No, I'm good. I'm all good. Nothing more.
Life's good. Nothing's going on.
Nothing worth reporting.
Now you're right about that. Let's move on then. What happened?
Recently.
Yeah.
You've got Matthew Perry, who passed away.
Yeah, that was tough.
Was it last week?
Saturday.
I feel like he did a couple of days ago.
Yeah, last week.
And that one was, I mean, usually, a lot of people die. So, it's not your family member.
Yeah.
They feel like very close, isn't it? To us.
Yeah, because everyone's watched Friends, and that's been a part of everyone's childhood, really.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Whether you want to watch it or not.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, he's
Exactly, in your conscience, isn't it?
he is
Pivot, all that kind of stuff. People know certain references.
Yeah.
Could I be any more sadder? All that kind of thing. When you first hear it, man.
Yeah, back in those, it was like, especially at the level that comedy was at the time and stuff, and what you saw on TV, it was definitely different and kind of like I don't know. I wouldn't say breath of fresh air. Like I don't think he's innovated anything that was there before.
That is just a thing it's a constant thing that you just
Yeah.
see. I'm not going to talk about the show itself. That's more you can argue about something.
Yeah.
Like, there weren't many people of color on the show. There was one or two who were the boyfriend or the girlfriend of certain characters, But other than that, it was mainly white. But that's a whole different thing.
A whole different ballpark.
Yeah, but on Matthew Perry, for me anyways, like I related a lot to him, because he's very like sarcastic and the way he dealt with stuff. I remember like being in college and just chatting normally. You meet new people, and the guy's looking at me and he's like, "Do you watch Friends?" I'm like, "What? You just remind me of like Chandler Bing." Do I? Okay, and I said some random sarcastic, probably offensive, as I usually do.
But it's like you connected in terms of the coping mechanism of like using comedy to kind of deter
to mask things.
Yeah. Which is, I guess, if you delve deeper into the character that he played, and obviously he played much more characters than just Chandler Bing on Friends, but that's the thing that he's most well known for. Then I guess you can really see those parallels.
And also it's like it was the similar thing with like Robin Williams, isn't it? And when he passed away, he killed himself. They said I've been watching a lot of stuff, and it's weird they use certain words and they don't say kill or murder or whatever. They say unalive. They say because you'll get
it's like trigger warnings and
no,
that's
because of
demonetized.
Demonetized.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, he killed himself. And in this situation, we don't know exactly what happened. Obviously, it says it's reported that he drowned himself. No, he didn't drown himself. I mean, he drowned in a bathtub, I guess, or hot tub or something. Hot tub.
Yeah. And I think I was watching a video about kind of the signs of he's in trouble. Like why does he post loads of Batman stuff? Have you seen his Instagram? It's always like, don't worry, Batman's you guys are safe tonight. Batman's is on the streets.
I remember an interview. He loves Batman basically.
But I think I can't remember what interview it was, but he did give like an indication of if you see this happening, watch out. So which is pickleball. So the day he died, he was playing pickleball for 2 hours, and then go back to his apartment and told his assistant to go on an errand for 2 hours, and then that's when the assistant came back and saw him drowned. So I don't know if that's linked, if like that was it, he was done with, but we don't know.
I mean, we can't. Yeah, that's again. Yeah, that's like speculation and stuff. But that's what I'm saying. We're linking it to like Robin Williams and stuff. It's not surprising when I heard about it. It weren't surprising. All my days. He's
you've been hearing about like
dying.
Things like the alcohol abuse, the drug.
No, that's what I meant.
Abuse and stuff like that. So
and he's been dealing with that for a long time.
Yeah, it's
in the show as well.
These stars, you do see a pattern of, and sometimes it does come out of the blue, and you're like, oh. Couldn't tell that this person was going through.
I mean, with him, it was quite apparent, and
they
were quite vocal about it. Like, I remember, what's her name, Jennifer Aniston, and I haven't doing an interview, and she was like really sad because she got angry at him because he kept it hidden. He was going through all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And you can see it visually on like Friends. Like obviously everyone's changed a little bit, but most of them like Jennifer Aniston and maybe Ross, or Joey did change it, but most of them look similar. Whereas Chandler, Matthew Perry, was at the beginning skinny, and then he put a lot of weight on, and then he looked skinny again, and then put a lot of weight on. He's very fluctuating throughout the whole seasons and stuff. And you can see something's going on. Maybe just a weight issue. But now when you know more about it, you're like, okay,
you can kind of link the things up together and.
But through those experiences, he created the Perry House in Malibu, which is
Perry House.
Yeah,
Oh
Perry
yeah,
House,
yeah, he helped.
which is a centre to help addicts and people with alcohol.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And that's something he wanted to
be remembered by.
It.
Because obviously he knows, and Friends is so popular. He didn't want to be. It's funny. 'Cause I posted as well, with the Friends stuff. But I remember that. Oh yeah, he did that. I remember him being on Newsnight talking about how they not decriminalize alcoholism. But what's it? When people get caught for doing drugs, rather than just doing
getting sent to prison or sentenced, you get sent to get help, basically.
Get help as well. Yeah. So it's a mental thing, not just a criminal act. Which it is, obviously it's unlawful to do certain things, but also realize what's the root cause of someone drinking and doing drugs or whatever it is. Because you could just throw them in prison, then they'll do more drugs in prison, and then they'll come out and carry on doing drugs. So you haven't helped society. If you're going to help society, why don't you help the person?
Absolutely. It's like why is it in Indonesia, where they decriminalized was it heroin?
Did they?
Even more so Portugal.
Portugal is the popular one. They decriminalized all stuff.
And there was basically it's like if you get caught with drugs, you get sent to get help rather than getting sent to prison.
Which I think
is actually
there's arguments about the crime rates and stuff where they went lower or whatever. Was it related to that? But it's a hard one, obviously, isn't it? Obviously, with him, I don't know. Sometimes it's like, could you have saved him? Could you have stepped in and done something?
But we always think about these things after the fact, and it's like you said, like noticing the patterns, noticing the signs, and trying to. I think I've seen a few people on Instagram and stuff put posts about make sure you're looking after your peoples, make sure you're checking up on them, and
I'd say also that's cool as well. But then sometimes there's only so much you can do, innit? It's like
absolutely,
you can be there for someone, but if they themselves aren't willing to help themselves, there's nothing you can do beyond. When I'm going through my own, it's like for me when I was going through whatever, it's like no one could do anything. No bribe, no nothing. I was like, yo, come Bahrain, do this.
Beyond taking, forcing you to do something, it's like you can't really.
Because you'll just beat yourself up. Because Lisa Kudrow, she made a post saying, I wish I knew what he was going through. I wish I checked in more. But that's just going to make you even more upset in this. And so I just think, there's only, like you said, only so much you can do. And it is what it is.
But he's left a legacy behind him. People where he's iconic. He's so iconic with his, the way he said certain things. That the whole, could I be any this, whatever, whatever the phrases are, and it'll always be remembered. And I wish there was a reunion before they were supposed to do a reunion or something.
They did. They kind of
did. Did they do it? No, I mean, like a proper episode.
Not an episode.
Was everyone there though?
No, I mean
he was there.
I meant like a like a show reunion, not just get them getting together.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They did like a special on EBC or something like that.
Yeah, but was it a show?
It wasn't.
Was it just them getting together?
It was just a get together. They had a whole documentary on Netflix.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like with the In-Betweeners, they did a reunion, but it was just them on some Channel 4, not Channel 4, but some show.
Yeah, it just wasn't an episode.
An actual episode.
Of them in the future.
Yeah, to see Chandler and Monica, see how she's still the way she is with their kids, innit? Lisa, what's her name? Phoebe, with a child, with a brother. You know what I mean? All that kind of madness.
I would have loved
Joey, is he in a relationship? Or
is he a big time actor now?
Yeah. Imagine that, Finally
awesome.
made it.
That's a lot of logistic though to get all the creatives back together again. Obviously, we know that there's a lot of bad blood in terms of the. I know there's disagreements and stuff like that, and people not really getting along. So for that to happen, I think is probably why they just stuck to everyone getting back together, doing a little talk show, and then that was back to their lives kind of thing. But yeah, R.I.P. Matthew Perry, and his legacy will live on.
A lot of bad news in the news these days, isn't there?
What?
Yes.
Like what?
I don't know. You can tell me.
Oh my day! Oh yeah. Man United lost to City, man. Terrible. The worst news ever that's going around right now. Being a United fan, that's the worst thing ever. I don't know how these United fans live. In their condition. It's just you really need to set up some kind of foundation for United fans, because we expect to win, but then we don't.
Right.
We expect change.
That is such heartbreak.
We've protested for so long, and they don't listen to us.
Oh,
there's a lot of conflict in it.
But I've only heard about Man U now. I've never heard about this before.
People only hear from one side sometimes, but they're not hearing us.
Okay. Yeah. So No, but okay, you need to explain because I don't know.
Look,
baffled.
we've voiced our opinions, but they shut us down. They only tell you
and
about
this
the other
rivalry
side.
has been going on for
Years.
for like a year, 2 years,
No, longer than that.
longer than
It's not-
decades.
it did not just start on October. Oh no, right, that's the wrong one. What are we talking about?
You know what we're talking about.
Okay,
Right.
Their
topic.
Their topic.
Our expert, because Eva will start us off. He was very excited to talk about this, the Palestine issue. As our head tech guy, you know all about it, right? You remember on your break after work, you had a lot of time on your hand. You had a little trip to Israel. So tell us. Run with it. You're like,
The thing about my legs, I can't run no more. Nah, but all jokes aside, the conflict, there's a lot of conflict going on in the news, a lot of wars going on. And
Yeah.
I guess the most, let's say, media focused one is the Israel-Palestine war, which is, a very sad situation that's going on. And, I feel sorry for, the innocent citizens that are going through
which
what they're
ones
going
would you
through.
support?
All citizens are innocent.
All citizens.
do you condemn Hamas?
Oh, yeah.
Do you condemn Hamas?
Look,
Do you
look,
condemn?
I-
No, you have to
I
answer the
think we're
question.
condemned.
Do you condemn Hamas?
Look, I like
But you're not answering.
Hamas.
You're not answering the question. You're not answering the question. Do you
If you let me,
do you condemn Hamas?
let me listen.
Do you? Do you?
No, go on.
Listen, Piers Morgan.
That's what I was trying to-
Right. Obviously, it's a difficult one. I understand why some people aren't so quick to say their opinion, right? But I'd say you can't stay quiet on certain topics, and this is one of those situations because silence is an answer as well. Your silence contributes to what's going on. It's not just this, For example, your silence is probably the reason why, let's say, Harvey Weinstein got away with loads of shit, or Jimmy Savile. Loads of people knew. You think they didn't know? Of course they knew.
Absolutely, yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein. They all, bro. There's a list of people. They all knew
That
about
were all
the
connected.
islands.
That were all on those flights. That were all,
Yeah. So your silence is because I don't know, man. You need to speak up. Basically, that's all it is. And a lot of people are scared, and you have to ask yourself, why are you scared to voice your opinion?
I think it's the fear of the repercussions, the not consequence, the
It's kind of like the media, manhunt. That
yeah.
goes
I
along
think
with it
like
as
compared
well.
to any other war that's happened, any other conflict that's been about, like in terms of the news and stuff, and people have been protesting about, there doesn't seem to be an immediate retaliation from voicing your opinions. Whereas this one, it feels like as soon as you start saying, I feel like you shouldn't be killing Palestinians, just because
There's a
a terrorist organization attacked your country, people say you're anti-Semitic.
Yeah,
and it's
there's
like,
a backlash if you support certain things. It's like I put a post up maybe a month ago or something. I don't think a lot of people got it. It basically said clap for NHS. Everyone was clapping. Easy thing. Support NHS. They're helping us during COVID times, and obviously that was a simple thing to do. Support Black Lives Matter again.
Post
At the time, easy thing to do. Obviously, we know about Black Lives Matter, the actual organization. They was kind of scamming people.
There was like two facets of it. One was scamming, and then one was
There's the
original.
actual organization, then there's the the situation itself of George Floyd and all that. Then there's stuff like Ukraine, so everyone's very quick to support Ukraine. The whoever people in charge of certain countries will come out and say, oh, it's so sad to see all these civilians, but then when you're talking about Palestine, the same guy, I remember there's a video, he showed the comparison. He's choking up, talking about the civilians in Ukraine. Oh my God, I can't, this stuff that I'm witnessing, I can't believe it. It's not a word for what he said.
I think I know.
But then and then talk about the Palestine issue, then it's like, no, they're allowed to defend themselves, Israel, because, they're allowed
It feels
to.
like media are really trying to
go-to
push
thing, that they're allowed to defend themselves.
A certain, what's the word I'm looking for?
Agenda.
Agenda. Thank you.
If
Because-
you're brown, then your lives don't matter. That's what it is.
Basically,
you're the wrong kind of.
Because remember, back in the Ukraine and when that stuff was going on with the Ukraine, they were saying these are not your regular refugees. These are essentially they were saying you should care about them because these refugees are white.
Yeah.
And
white.
normally
Actually,
refugees.
word for word, they look like us. That's what they said. I remember.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
There was I saw a clip where it was like it got like a bunch of different news outlets put together, and they were all saying the exact same thing. They don't, they're not the usual refugees. They look like us, blah blah blah. And it was like, okay, so your idea of the word refugee means someone with darker skin than you. That's
Have you heard about what happened with Karim Benzema?
Yeah. We were talking about that before. Yeah, he just tweeted something, right?
He literally tweeted
in support
in.
Like
Palestine.
he didn't exactly.
Wasn't really saying anything else.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Saying, pray for these people.
Yeah.
The whole French government saying, "Oh, he's linked with this terrorist."
Exactly, like from that
organization.
He didn't say nothing anti.
Yeah. Nothing anti. Nothing.
That's the point.
This is the thing. That everyone's trying to make you pick a side. It's like
no. That's fine. That's not the argument. It's more like when you say pro Black Lives Matter. You're not going anti everyone else, right?
But you're not picking a side either.
No, that's
you're
what
just saying our lives matter too.
No. For example, if you're clapping for NHS, you're not going anti-government. You're not. If you're saying free Ukraine, you're not actually saying Russia this, Russia that. What you're saying free Ukraine. You're helping Ukraine, whatever. LGBT rights, You're not saying forget straight people, whatever. But as soon as you're saying pro-Palestine, the conversation all of a sudden is you're anti-Semitic, you're against Israel, you're this, that, etc. It's like, no, I'm pro-Palestine. I want to free Palestine, the people that's
the innocent people who are involved in it. And this is what I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing a terrorist organization has made an act towards a country or government. Now that government has to retaliate it by, rather than pursuing that specific terrorist organization, they've retaliated, and unfortunately innocent people are in the crossfires, but everyone seems to almost be avoiding. But
it's okay for the IDF, the Israeli government, to attack and then kill most of the civilians. I mean, most of the target is non-combatants, which aren't Hamas. You see on the news. They're not hiding that. So when Palestine do it, it's not Palestine. When Hamas do it specifically, it's not civilians. They're just throwing rocks. The civilians are. So when Hamas are doing, yes, it's bad when they killed those people at the festival. Thing it was, isn't it? That was sad. That was an atrocity. Of course it was. When they killed Palestinians, they took people. The Hamas, the organization, and they were saying, and they use the civilians as a shield, etc. But even then, if I'm in a bank and I take your mom and I'm holding her like this, it don't mean you're allowed to shoot your mom and then get me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Exactly.
That's like saying, police officers allowed to bust in and then kill everyone
in
the room just because to kill the bad guy, and that's not, you can't justify a life for a life kind of thing.
So you gotta it's equality. That's what it is. So it's
I understand that there's anger as well from obviously the history. Obviously, as we said, it hasn't been happening. This isn't just now.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's mad. The amount of videos that I've seen, and you think they're joking, but it's like, these men actually think that it started on October the 7th. They literally think Hamas just started this. And even then, let's say they do think that. Surely you question, why did they do that? Why did people just 9/11? Why did that
Hamas just showed up?
Why
and
did anything happen?
We're gonna fight. When actually, it's everything is always a retaliation. Someone attacks someone attacks someone, back and forth, and we're just in this cycle of vengeance, of hate, of hatred, of murder.
But people, obviously, like you said, and they use the whole "do you condemn Hamas?" And I remember watching the interview of Bassem Youssef, a comedian, and I think he's a doctor as well. He did a really sarcastic interview with Piers Morgan, and he brought up very smartly, and then Piers Morgan didn't really get into it because he couldn't, he didn't know how to answer it.
He knew that Piers knew that he came with an agenda that he was trying to push.
Yeah, because he knew exactly, before he even said it, I know what you're going to say. Before you say, do I condemn Hamas? Yes, I condemn Hamas. They are evil. They are the source of. They are the root of evil. Whatever you're saying. And then he'd say, just imagine if Hamas was not there. Actually, you don't have to imagine. In the West Bank, I'm saying from I watched it. It's just
it was
the reason the song you need to watch. Everyone needs to watch this man because he's got family in Gaza.
What's the video?
It's in Piers Morgan. Just type in
Piers Morgan and
Bassem Youssef.
Bassem Youssef.
Put the link and whatever. And so he was saying, imagine Hamas is not there. Right, because people keep on saying Hamas. They're the reason, and they're right. They are one of the reasons.
Currently, right now.
Yeah, right now. I'm saying right now they're one of the reasons why you should be angry. Sure, they're killing
innocent people.
The innocent people in Israel in that the music festival.
Yeah.
But take them out, and when you take them out, they're not in the West Bank, right? And civilians are still getting killed there, Palestinians, and then there's no answer. So it's like, okay, fine, you're defending yourself when Hamas attacks, sure, okay, I don't agree with your method, but Hamas are not in the West Bank. They don't occupy that. Not one Hamas member is there.
Yeah.
They still kill, I don't know how many, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
Non-combatant. It's not like some Palestinians were doing something. They were protesting ones, I think, as well, and they killed many civilians there. What's the answer to that? Anti-Semitism, all like there's no answer to it. There's no what's the word, man? Not continuity, but consistency. That's the word. Yes. Succinct. Very succinct. Pull up the definition for this.
But this is like the conversations what we had before as well about like how there's so many parallels to this situation. So you can compare it to
IRA.
Like for example the IRA.
I love that. Watching loads of videos, and the Irish people are the one that are speaking up, man. Like they proper. Like, you don't call it apartheid, whatever. That's an Irish accent, but whatever.
I don't know what that was, man.
But because of their history, in terms of like obviously IRA being a terrorist organization that was based in Ireland, and they attacked England, and for England to then retaliate and just say we're going to start killing innocent Irish people. I see it in the same situation, the same way that America goes over to go and find weapons of mass destruction which they never found. It's the same thing. We don't condemn anyone who's.
It's the same way when you have random Islam jihadists here, and let's make it for people who are, let's say, the anti-Palestine. We'll speak it from that point of view. You get it here. They don't like what's going on in Syria or whatever countries, but you don't condemn what they do. They're killing random people. Simple as that. You don't condemn it. No, you do condemn it. Sorry. You do condemn it.
The thing is, I knew what you were saying.
You knew what I was saying. I was saying the wrong words.
Like this, wait, no.
Backtrack.
Yeah. So when they're killing random people quick, yes, we don't support it because they're just killing random people. We don't. That's not part of the religion. Even though they'll say, yes, it's there in the Quran, kill the infidel, there's a lot of context, that's the thing. But obviously, a lot of it is education. That's what I found. A lot of people, not just with this, just anything, a lot of the time you realize, people are just not educated.
The thing is, as well, people won't educate themselves. And I'm a culprit of this as well. You try to find the easy way. There's so much information to go through. Not everyone's, not
everyone's dyslexic like you. So it's hard
basically.
One of the reasons.
But no, like, it's especially when it's such a dense subject to be able to go back and go through the whole history and read everything. But also, it's not too hard to just look at more than one source. But rather than just looking at the news, I'm like, they said that, so I believe that.
If you actually just look at the history, though, it's actually quite very simple, man. It's very, very simple. Because it's like, okay, when did this start? Right. Before World Wars, it actually started maybe around 1918 it was. They wanted to form a state, Israeli state, and now anyone's watching this or will check it yourself, they can fact check me and stuff, but it started around 1918, and a lot of it was because Zionism, right? And that's another one as well. People think, are you against Israeli anti-Semitic? No, it's against Zionism. That's different.
They think you're against the Jewish people. When it's actually
it's like saying, are you against Britain or this? And English people, no, I'm against EDL and NF, the national. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Letters, you know what I mean?
Because if you put those two together, then what you're saying is the British people are
EDL.
Are EDL. NF, which means you're saying if you're British, you're racist,
Yeah.
which is not the case.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to separate those, just the same thing as Zionism and the Jewish people.
And a lot of Jewish, I don't know if they are rabbis, but they're dressed like it. If they're not, they stick costumes. Look, I'm not seeing you when you just see loads of videos, fam. But a lot of them, they speak about how they are real Jews, and real Jews would not act like this, because back in the days in Palestine, we were all living together, all the Arabs, Christians, and Jews. Back in the days when they're being persecuted, the Jews, where did they go? They went with the Muslims to certain countries, wherever it was. I don't know exactly. I'm not a historian, but they were being persecuted by the Christians, so the Jews went with the Muslims because they knew they were safe with them. So the irony is, now you've gone into this country that's not yours, that was not even, you didn't even go in to take it, it was just given to you by the UK, by America, by Zionists, basically, right? And a lot of it is non-Jewish people who wanted this, because a lot of it is a religious thing. I think a lot of people forget. It's like, oh, why can't people stop, and why don't people do a ceasefire? It's because people are trying to fast forward some sort of religious thing because they're waiting for the Messiah to come back or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Christians are waiting for the Messiah, which is Jesus, right? They're waiting for Jesus to come back. Jews are waiting for a Messiah. They don't believe in Jesus. They believe in someone else. Obviously, they rejected Jesus. We believe in a Messiah as well, not Jesus, but Isa. AKA Jesus. It's so complicated, bro.
Different messages.
What is it's like some
Messenger.
messed up EastEnders, incestual, weird, messed up thing, fam. And here's the thing: you think, oh, what's the answer? And it's very cynical to think, but this ain't gonna end, let's say, nicely, you know, because people will say, oh, take out Hamas, take out all the bad guys. Is it gonna stop? No,
Because people are
they're
still
gonna
hurt.
carry on.
People are still hurt.
No.
Still,
let's just, it's hypothetical.
Yeah.
Hamas are out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they're done. They've been defeated, right? So now technically, the world can see, right? Hamas aren't there no more. Israel, what's your plan next? Are you now going to
try and
allow?
invade the country, or
Are you going to continue take settlements?
Let them.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Are you
be
going
who they
to
are,
allow
bro.
them to live side by side and They will say, we are letting them live side by side. No, you're not. It's an apartheid rule. South African island, no.
Yeah, because I saw a video of a Australian guy in Palestine. I think he lives there. But basically, he was going around like recording this area where the Jewish people were not allowing Palestinians in Palestine to go down this street or to catch any bus around the area, and also supported by armed forces, like, armed and with bulletproof vests and all that stuff. And it's just very interesting that this whole conflict. And when he was asking those people, they didn't have a specific answer. It was almost like they were trying to.
Man. That's all it is.
Like, this is happening, but it's
Look,
I'm living my life and I'm not part of it. I'm not adding to it, but actually by staying silent, by doing nothing, whilst you're seeing somebody else across the road from you suffer.
No, it's because that's what they're used to. Like, it's like for them, for a Palestinian kid, right? Most of the civilians are under 23. Half of the civilians, I think, right? A lot of them are kids. That's why it's proper messed up.
Like I'm surprised actually the amount of videos that still haven't really been taken down and stuff like that on Twitter. On obviously Reddit is a different kettle of fish, but on Reddit, I'm seeing just rows of cold,
dead bodies,
dead children.
Bro,
just lined up.
Feet, just
I saw the whole literally just rolls and was like, oh yeah, this family, they're all dead. It was like I was seeing a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a baby that looked about 5. Maybe.
But if you look at their eyes, man, it's like they've had to grow up fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, they're so used to the whole. Imagine being born in this condition,
in conflict, in war.
That's what your life is. You're just in a open air prison. And you're not allowed to go out. So even if they want to go out, they say like there's certain borders around like Egypt. They bombed certain places, so they can't even go out. There was like a place where I think Egypt had like trucks and vans, whatever, ready to come in, but they're not allowed in. Maybe they have now, I don't know. But no one's allowed in, no one's allowed out. So it's like, what do you want them to do? What is the plan? You just want to kill. It's genocide. It's as simple as that. But they wording it in their tweets.
Want to retaliate in the way that they are.
Yeah.
Is because, you know, they feel like they're forced into, you know, back against the wall, and feels like no one else is either supporting them or seeing their struggle.
Yeah.
To even empathize, let alone support
Because
anything.
if take away Judaism, whatever, it's not even the religion. Because if you point that out, they'll be like, that's anti-Semitic, you know, anti-Semitic. Is that right?
Yeah, anti-Semitic.
Yeah, anti-Semitic, saying all that kind of stuff. It's not that. It's your actions. You could be anyone. When America does it, when the UK does it, when any other countries do it, it's you gotta condemn it. You know. But when we condemn them, when we condemn the Israeli government, they will cry and say they have the right. They should be able to defend themselves. Then they'll talk about the Holocaust, and that's the reason why.
The Twitter page. Yeah,
the Twitter page is like acting like an American teenage girl. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? The UN.
Explain.
I mean, the UN are literally, they didn't attack anyone. They just said in war, there are rules, basically. And then Israel tweeted, tagged them. Saying, and we have a right to defend ourselves. You know, it's like,
so
no
one actually tagged you.
Yeah, no one tagged you in this, man. But if you clearly felt away. You clearly felt away.
Were they at it? Because, you know, there are other wars in the world. So were they at it?
I mean, it was clearly about them because the reason why is because
there's so many other wars going on.
They're breaking a lot of international laws in it.
Right.
And for example, Russia obviously with Putin broke a lot of international laws, and then they had sanctions, whereas people had sympathy for it in Parliament or whatever, and the UN, you know, UN points it out, and then whoever sanctions it. But then
I mean, even when South Africa did apartheid, they had sanctions against them as well.
What?
When they had apartheid, I think it was I was reading this earlier today. So when slavery was abolished in the UK, laws had to be changed, you know, within South Africa. But you know, they kind of just changed their mind.
A little bit, a little loophole, right there.
Not slaves, we're
gonna change the laws, but we're not gonna do
it. But I think so I think it took a while for things to change, and they had sanctions and stuff. I would need to be fact.
The difference is they will. Like Russia, is that the Russia and Israel situation very not similar, but kind of in it is that they're attacking a country and, you know, children being, you know, killed or whatever. So what I'm saying, they had sanctions and they've been criticized.
Yeah.
Right, and everyone agrees around the world unanimously. Not everyone, but certain countries, and you know, some are siding with Russia because of politics and financial reasons. You know, they have backing from Russia, etc. But with Israel, you're not even allowed to say it. It's like I remember the Irish politician is. You're not even allowed to say that it's an apartheid rule. You're not even allowed to say certain things. So even though you're not even allowed to say this thing, how can we even put a sanction on them when you're not allowed to have the conversation? And that's what I'm talking about. So people are so scared to even have the conversation about it. You know,
and what's interesting as well with that is, like, as you're saying, like, there's so many other wars going on.
Yeah.
No one speaks about.
Unfortunately,
no one really
it goes under the radar, innit? Like stuff that's happening, obviously Sudan, a lot of that's been going on for a long time.
Burkina Faso,
Benin,
Congo,
the Congo,
Congo's a different one. I think it's more like
Somalia.
Somalia. That's been going on for a long time. So a lot of these countries, it's hard to speak up about every single war that goes on. I mean, this is not a news. We're not the news. You know, we give our opinions. But if you can mention it, we will obviously mention it. But the reason obviously Palestine and Israel right now, it's right now there in your face.
It's in your face. Like, you can't escape it. You go on Twitter, it's there. You go on any social media, people are talking about it, or you're seeing even news outlets talking about it and voicing their opinions and trying to manipulate people into thinking certain things. And so are also celebrities, whether they are for Israel or for Palestine or just for peace, which I think is what people should be striving for, is actually innocent people are being killed. Let's stop this. You know, your government and the terrorist organization can do what you want, but stop killing innocent people. But yeah, even like there was like a video of Mia Khalifa saying some stuff about Palestine, and there was a Muslim
saying
guy,
the country thing,
saying something about Palestine has been a country way longer than Israel, and there was a Muslim guy who does support obviously the innocent people in Palestine, but he was saying, listen, I support the same cause that you're supporting, but don't misinform your audience. if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Give them the right information. To say that Israel was a country only like, 40, 50 years ago, whatever she was saying, I can't remember exactly what she was saying. But to say that Israel was only a country then is a complete lie, because it's, you see it in the Bible, Israelites, all that kind of stuff. It's
this was 1,000 years ago, but at what point does it then not become your country or whatever, But the thing is, if this happened, religiously, right? Okay, I don't know if you guys know about religion with Judaism and stuff. The Jews were exiled, right? So this is where the discussion comes about, anyways, about having an Israeli state. So the old school Jewish man, they will say, no, we can't have our state because we're exiled. We are people who are exiled. Yes, we are the chosen people and all that, but we're in exile. I don't know exactly. I'm not a religious person, I don't know exactly. So that's why they're against that and Zionism.
There's a difference between as well the people and the state.
Yeah, obviously,
I think like a lot of people combine those two together and think that's the thing, when actually there's two different conversations and arguments for that as well. Obviously, again, we're not historians. I don't know the ins and outs of the history. I'm not researched, but
yeah, it's a complicated issue, but as also wording as well is a big thing. Like you see on the news where like BBC report, like they literally say in the same sentence, they'll be like, let's say 1,000 Palestinians died and 45 Israelis were killed. So those little words,
murdered or
killed. No, that's what I seen in the news.
Those actual words.
Those actual words, and those little things changes the narrative.
It's like the woman who was saying that she studied journalism.
Yeah.
Oh no, to become a journalist, it wasn't journalism that was the highest accredited qualification. It was like it was, I can't remember, not creative writing, but it was a linguistic thing rather than actually having experience in history and actual journalism.
Well, that's why they're pushing the whole "Do you condemn Hamas?" because it's kind of like a gotcha moment for them. Because if they ask that question, they know some people won't. Because it's a complicated issue. Obviously,
you can't just condemn with one.
Yeah, like you can condemn Hamas, obviously, but you have to think about it from the Palestinians, right? They have no one to support them in Gaza, anyways. The only thing that's fighting for them is this group that are doing terroristic stuff, right? You can say. But no one else is doing anything. So it's like, okay, I don't like these man's message maybe, but they're the only one that's supporting me. So they find it hard to answer that in a quick way because it's a nuanced thing, right? So then if you don't answer it, gotcha. See, you're not answering it because see, now you support them, right? And then the whole on the news, see, he didn't condemn this, Jeremy Corbyn didn't condemn this, or whoever didn't condemn it. That's how they bring you down.
It's the analogy that you use, like, before we having the conversation about this, like, if you're getting robbed, or what was it, like, if you're getting robbed and the only one who's saving you is a madman with a knife.
Yeah, like if someone robs you. Yeah, exactly. You're getting robbed and you got some roadmans. Like I said this to Kaziva.
You said it to Kaziva,
Yeah, so like, you're getting robbed, your house getting raided, but you got some roadmans on the side and they're the only one that's helping you. And they're going
drug dealers or something, or someone that you don't want to affiliate with or whatever.
Yeah, but they're the only one that's going around shanking people. They're shanking a bit too many, man. They're shanking too
but also
random
they got
people.
your stuff back.
They got everything, but they attack some random people as well.
Yeah.
So you're a bit conflicted. You're like, oh, thanks, I don't know, so... But yeah, it's a complicated one, man. But the wording is very important, man. What's funny was like all of these like conflicts are. People will say, "Oh, okay, I can't say anything because it's got nothing to do with me," but it kind of has because it's got to do with everyone. The UK, the US, and most of the European countries are part of it.
Everyone's involved in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, obviously, we're voicing our opinions. This is just what we think. We're not research. We're not historians or anything like that. The way I think what we're trying to say is innocent people are being killed and we don't think that's right. Yeah. It's horrible, and it's with every war, everything that's going on.
But they want to either just paint it, okay, they're the bad guy, they're the savages. But it's interesting how people see, for example, if US are attacking certain people, they are liberating countries, For example, the famous one, Osama bin Laden, was fighting for the US at one point as a freedom fighter. You know,
It was
against
actually in newspapers.
fighting,
wasn't it?
literally
Yeah.
front
Trained by the
page.
CIA.
Front page,
Yeah, trained by the CIA. He's a freedom fighter against the Russians, and then now against you, he's a terrorist. So killing for you, he's a freedom fighter, and now against you, against your interests, he's a terrorist. You know, so like, so what is terrorism? What is a freedom fighter? You know, that's a conversation that needs to be had.
It's
in
like,
Terrorism is anything against West. Basically.
Exactly, that's the people in power control the narrative.
No,
you know?
anything against Western government.
That's
So yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I meant. Anyway, so on to lighter notes.
What have we been doing in the past few weeks? We went to an event, didn't we?
Yes, real Brum.
Real Brum.
Yes. Any feedback to give about that?
I was perfect, man. So I love just sitting there and listening to
We mentioned it in the last episode, didn't it? The first event that we went to.
what?
Yeah, you
The
guys
first
went to
real Brum.
event.
Yeah.
No, did we mention it in the last episode? Is what I'm saying.
No, you didn't.
We didn't.
Not.
Didn't we?
I spoke about something.
I
Yeah.
think slightly.
Oh, it was your showcase. That's what.
Ah.
with the real Rum.
No, we did mention a little bit.
And we mentioned
Yeah.
Matt Fowler because he had a different event
Yeah,
for
yeah,
his
yeah.
documentary. I think that's what it was.
Okay,
But yeah, the real Brum. No, it was a good event. But there's some feedback that the films was the main thing I wanted to go there to watch.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
we
a lot
went
of
for the
people
films,
were there.
but they
Just
put
to give
it
a
on at
bit,
the end.
Yeah, a bit of context. So Real Brum is a organisation that's trying to bring the collective film community.
Do
within
they
Birmingham.
condemn Hamas?
We'll have to ask Matt Ford for that.
We'll get him on
But
the
yeah,
podcast.
it's a link between. I forgot all the details. I should have noted this.
I mean,
down.
it's about helping the Brum scene,
yeah.
basically connecting us. You know,
with
because
Create
people find
Productions and a few other organisations as well coming
Yeah.
together to create this.
because it's hard to find people when if you're just a writer or a sound guy, whatever it is, you want to find other people.
Find other people to collaborate with, find work.
Yeah.
Work on different types of films if you're used to working on the same types of projects as well. But it's kind of for everyone, every creative, every facet within the film industry. So whether you're a camera operator, whether you do sound, whether you do costume and lights and stuff like that, it's to get
It's a
all
good
these
thing.
people
Yeah,
together.
no, good.
They got a lot of
It's good that it
opportunities.
fosters
Yeah.
a creative community
And,
within Birmingham.
Yeah.
But that event, anyways, and Matt would probably agree. Like it felt like a sales pitch or something. 'Cause it did go on a bit long. Because obviously we knew the process for the first one, and a lot of his events. Usually you go there, you say well, go on. They put on the films.
Yeah.
You go outside, you see the people who directed or wrote the film, acted in the film, and then you go home. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
the network. Because this one, they just
He did say,
surprised us.
I think he was talking to someone or something, and he did mention it that he did give everyone 2 minutes to talk, but it was like every person was taking like
Definitely.
I
5
guess they
minutes.
need to be more strict to next event.
Yeah, it was like I think they made the joke at the end of one of them was like, when they were saying give us feedback, they were like, yeah, I know what one of them is gonna be, and we're gonna invest in a timer. So they.
I walked out, bro. I walked out. Man, I walked out. That's how long
There
it
was
was.
a dog there, so that was.
The dog kept me entertained, and then I saw the dog fall asleep. Okay, the dog fell asleep. I'm like, yo, I'm out. Man, that was the dog. Juno the dog, right? Was keeping us entertained.
Did you have,
a
Yeah, the
green
colour,
LED.
yeah.
But,
It looked like a glow stick.
The event
it did
is,
look like a glow
the
stick,
event is monthly, and the
Yeah.
next event is 27th of November. So depending when this comes out, be sure to get tickets. They're cheap, like £2.
Isn't it 26?
250.
$250.
Isn't it 26th?
It's 27th.
27th?
Yeah, because I saw
Monday.
that. Yeah, it's a Monday. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I guess so.
Also, the event obviously gives opportunity for filmmakers to show their films as well, their short films. And I think you enter it in. You'll have to go on the Real Brum website, REEL Brum website, and find out how you can enter your film and basically get your film shown.
And then they put
if
it
they select it.
into festivals. I think sometimes like they'll pick one film, and a lot of things happen. You know, they got a lot of things set up to help with everything in it. Really, innit? Like if you're looking to direct,
get funding, things like that.
Just on submitting films, if you're too lazy to go click out of this, just send your films or pictures to realbrum@gmail.com.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do. And the film has to be up
He
to
did
10
a
minutes.
typo in the email or something. He said real bum.
Okay. But yeah, the films have to be up to 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it has to be up to 10 minutes.
Up to 10
the
minutes,
minimum. Oh, okay.
Minimum or
At
maximum?
maximum.
Maximum 10 minutes.
Maximum.
Oh, the maximum 10
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Oh. Oh, so that's a hard one. Then
How long was Abdul's?
It was like
You felt longer.
15.
That was longer.
Well, we know the
So
concept
some
time.
people, some people have privileges, you know.
Big Arugas.
But you know that was a good event. You can see, you know, the classic, you know, people kissing asses and like going up to man and like, who are you? I just said to them, I'm an Uber driver. Oh,
Nah, the worst one for me, man, was when you joined us when we were talking to everyone, and the guy's like, "Oh, what's your name?" And you was just like, "Who's this guy?" Then the guy said his name, and then you just said, "Cool." I was like, I wanted to crawl up so bad.
I was just like, well, this is Sheikh. It's like, yeah, you're difficult to work with. You are. I don't think I'll be working with you. And then you're just like,
Oh, did you say
I'm gonna
my
go
name?
back inside.
did you tell him my name?
I don't know. Did you?
No, we
No,
never
probably
said
didn't.
his name.
Yeah, I don't think that was.
He still didn't know
Just
my name.
because we know.
Even the guy that we met before, remember the musician guy?
Which one?
I don't know his name.
Blonde
Isaac
hair?
maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, Isaac. Yeah.
I still ain't told him my name.
Oh no.
So when I first met him, I told him about the story about collecting an award for you, Idris.
Oh, that
And
guy.
everyone thought I was you. And I'm telling him that story. And he's like, oh, you know, that's funny. Oh, what's your name? I didn't say my name. He's like, okay, I'm going to call you Idris then. I'm like, all right. And then the second event happened. Right now, Idris is like this.
Bro, what are you doing?
Stealing your
So you're just gonna
identity.
claim my name? Just like that.
Hey, man, people love me, man. Oh, yeah, they love the speech. Okay. Short and succinct. Yeah.
In that case, it's not concise.
That guy. No, that was concise. That's
That's
concise.
that's
You ruined it.
The guy at the Real Brum event as well. He literally came on. He was like, "Yep, these are the posters I design. I do art. I draw stuff. Bye." And he
Oh, that was a classic one.
he got literally the biggest round of applause.
Yeah, I wanted to give him a standing ovation.
Respect that still. Respect. But something, yeah, you could tell obviously they were there just to network.
Yeah,
Like, I get it. Remember, the guy had a show reel of his thing.
Oh yeah.
So you say, hey, what go on? Hey, yeah, I'm a director. Oh yeah. So anyways, here's this. Like, usually you think, okay, he's gonna pull you out. You know, you go onto the app, you go on this, go on that. He had it ready.
Yeah. He's like, you're gonna watch my work now.
Yeah, and it's just that awkward silence of just we're just there, and it's like
Just
a long
watching
show
it.
reel.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
In those situations, I rather you send me the links. So I can watch it
Yeah.
my
Like
own time.
scan a QR code or something.
Yeah,
Let
'cause-
me follow you and figure the stuff out later. I don't
It's
want to
just
sit there in the moment.
Awkward, just
In
there
front
like.
of you, especially if it's not good.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah. Like, yo, that's nice.
That's nice.
You did well.
Was it on a community? That's nice.
No, I prefer when it's like a natural thing. In the first event, usually when we go out, anyways, all of us, apart from Idris, he doesn't go out. He has to go
good
home.
Muslim,
boy.
He's a good Muslim.
He's like Cinderella when he's
And like
from
Yeah, but what's it? That's right.
I have a curfew, that's why.
But yeah, when we usually go out, we stick in like one place. Apart from because he'll start talking.
He's
to
a social
everyone.
butterfly.
He's a social guy, ain't he? I know.
I was out here talking to me.
He tells some random mans about us, and then you walk off.
And then they come to us like,
And we're
yo,
stuck with
bro,
him.
what's up?
Like, who is this guy?
I'm proud of my friends.
Your
And everything.
friends.
All right, colleagues. Yeah, that's what you are now. Demoted.
Your pop world colleagues.
Demoted.
We know your colleagues, man.
Right now, you are.
Liars.
I see what you mean though, in terms of like, some people come in with such an intense energy. It's like, okay, so what's your name? What do you do? Right? And it's like, you can see their eyes almost popping out there. Scott was just like,
Oh, you do sound. Okay, bye.
yeah. Oh, you don't do the thing that I need you, that I was hoping that you
You know
did.
how you have that stereotype of like the nerdy guy,
Yeah.
and you can tell the tech literally
Yeah.
the lady with the hair, with the long hair and stuff. Yeah.
Just sweaty.
You're like, oh, there's a stereotype for a reason. This man is the stereotype. You know?
But I also get that some people are, especially within the creative scene and being a creative, a lot of people are not socially awkward, but find it hard to interact socially, especially in networking environments. Talking to people, I feel like everyone agreed that they hate networking. They hate the kind of atmosphere of it.
And the most
it's just
hate it.
something-
Yeah.
Not hate is a strong word, but very like
I hate
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable,
I
dislike
definitely
it.
hate
I hate it.
it. I hate it.
Just because of the awkwardness. If it wasn't for the awkwardness, then I'd be like, cool.
But the difference is we can talk to people. You know what I mean?
Like, it's difficult to find someone that you can just vibe with, someone that's not on work mode. And I feel like
that's
people
what
that are on work mode are a little too intense to be able to
I
have
think that's
a
how we
real
met each
conversation.
other. Like we kind of networked and just kind of became. Like,
it
wasn't just pure like, oh, I want to work with you. It's like, oh, I like your vibe.
I think
And
we're
then we
lucky.
worked together.
No, exactly. We're lucky.
Yeah.
I think we forget how lucky we are
Yeah.
because you realize, oh wait, these man's are probably way more talented than us. You know, especially in like technical abilities. You know, when it comes to editing and VFX and stuff like that. They know way more than us, but then they don't know other people. So whereas we got lucky, we know Idris, who's made films, you know, knows about sound, knows about everything, you know, shooting stuff. You as well, you guys done sketches and things like that. I kind of know a little bit of random stuff. I just blag it halfway through anyway.
No, but you know, like sound and stuff.
Yeah, but you know, most of our black stuff. Yeah, like we know we got different little things, and then we come together. We got a team, you know, we got a crew. But then they that's the thing they're missing. It's like, and because
they
they probably
have that crew and team that they can trust without feeling like it's just a business transaction.
Yeah, so we became friends, and coincidentally also
they worked afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. And with them, probably maybe they are working their normal jobs at it, and they're not meeting like people like us, so they find it difficult to work with someone. But I don't know what to do if you're awkward, fam. Like, I don't know, like, because my thing is like on a personal level, I want to be able to talk to you as well. Sure, you want to do the work, but
also it's also like if you see someone who's struggling, providing that space for them to just relax and chill. Because I think a lot of people are very much like, okay, you're not selling yourself well, so I'm going to bounce.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean. Whereas there was a few people that came. Like I went to the bar to talk to someone who I knew who was the manager there, an actress from before was in Idris's film. Years ago. I think that was the first film I filmed with Idris.
His first project, good times.
Yeah. Guerrilla filming on the train and that.
Abdul's finest work, the sign language
actor. Loved it. I bloody loved it.
I was talking to her, and then I'm like, okay, I've finished the conversation. I just want to get a drink, and then I'm getting approached by people who think I'm waiting to be networked with. And I was like,
yeah, it's so weird. You
see
drink, them at the corner of the island.
They just keep going like this.
Yeah. And it's like you can see them hesitate, and I was like, oh, should I?
It's raining.
But also you can see when someone struggles with that, and so you just give them the space. Oh, okay, I'm gonna chat to you for 5 minutes just to not freaking destroy your confidence for the rest of the night, if you know what I mean. Yeah. But that's just me. You're different.
I'm not, but to be honest, I come in.
Yeah, you, bro.
But I think is though, I come in with that kind of energy where it's like, bro, say anything. Relax, don't act like you're like some magical guy, whatever it is, you know, producer, director. People change up, man, you know. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. We're all people, man. We're all the same. No one's special, yo. No, we're not chosen people. We're not Neo. We're not the chosen ones. You know what I'm saying? We're all got our own qualities, whatever it is. We're all on the same level in terms of people, anyways. And then that thing sprinkle on top is the director, producer.
Yeah.
But even
that's
then,
only actually a small. When people think that your I was going to say your brand. It's not your brand. Your title is everything.
Title, that's the one, yeah.
It's only like a small bit of what you need to be able to work in a creative field. It's more about personality and being able to work with people before you say, oh, I'm the best director or I'm the best lighting designer or stuff like that.
You can be the best, but you're a dick.
Yeah, literally. I'm just going to be like...
So I've got something to say about the event itself.
Yeah.
So one thing I did notice is that within the whole room, there were a lot of writers, directors, and actors. There weren't really a lot of...
It was the opposite to the first one, man.
They all left.
Oh, no, yeah.
They all left
because it was so long.
Yeah.
Because the intro was so long, and obviously people taking way longer than 2 minutes.
They left before the break.
People were leaving because they had to go home or they got bored.
Yeah,
and all they got their information that they needed, which is the crew stuff, like the guy that was presenting about the crew, crew Brum or whatever. I forgot what it's called. It's an organization that helps people get into crew work.
That's what they should have showed the films first, and then
so I think a lot of creatives, in terms of, as you said, directors and people who wanted to speak with them, they were already gone.
But the issue I had was that it was the same people that... There were people that were basically doing the same thing as each other. So there wasn't really... There's not exactly
like
a variety. Yeah.
They were just butting heads. It was like, I'm a writer, director. I got my ideas. And
it's
the
like
other
when
guy...
we spoke to the guy who showed his whole show reel to us. was like-
showing it to the show, really.
I was like,
You wanna show? See mine?
I was like,
Show me yours, I'll show you mine.
I got a whole feature film on show.
I was like, yeah, that's great, but then
Now what?
like, are we working together?
Yeah.
Or, like, how am I gonna help you? How are you gonna help me? And unless it was an actor or someone else, like I spoke to a young guy who was a composer, and he was asking me about how to make his first film, like what kind of equipment. I basically said to him, make the equipment second priority, make the story the main priority, because if your story fails, then you don't have a good film.
Oh, that's the opposite to most people, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get the fancy equipment first.
Make it look nice.
Tell everyone,
Yeah.
buy that blue tick,
Uh-huh.
right?
But it was a conversation we had with Abdul as well about how, like, you know, obviously he's always had great stories and scripts and stuff and interesting concepts, but you can see like the film that
Production
you
value's up now, yeah.
seeing the production value up
Yeah.
when you have that kind of groundwork, as you're saying,
Got
a
the
groundwork
foundation.
of the foundation of a good story, a good script.
Now he just elevates it now.
Yeah.
Because you could have everything, the lighting, the sound, the DOP, whatever. Everyone on set paid. You don't
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
story. You just don't have the writing, that
If you've got a
direction.
terrible story, if you've got a terrible script, if the words that are coming out your actors sound cringe, there's
That's why-
no amount of amazing director that can come in and,
You can try and edit it, bro, but it's like
you know,
that one scene that we saw ages ago. I won't mention the film, that Asian man. His one line was cut, like split into half. Like he had one line. You know, man. The
Wow.
film when he
Oh,
played the
no.
policeman.
I'm lost here.
I think this is before you came on to
Yeah,
the scene.
yeah.
Just
No,
public
he
cop-
was around. He was around.
Was he?
for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know you then. I didn't know you then. Yeah.
Okay.
He was 2019.
Oh yeah, okay, fine.
So
Yeah.
very-
That whole thing was a
Yeah.
shambles.
started to.
We're not gonna name any names. Of course.
Lol.
Well, yeah.
Talking of films, have you guys seen the new film that's recently come out by Theo Johnson?
What's it called?
Theo,
Friday night. It's not
Theo
that,
Johnson, you said.
yeah,
It's not that
I
Friday
think it's
night.
like 2 more drops or something like that.
2 drops. Oh, that prison one.
Yeah.
Nah. I
Yeah,
seen a lot of
I
it
know.
promoted and stuff.
Yeah,
2
BBC
drops.
was promoting it and everything else.
I'll be honest, yeah, it wasn't appealing to me. Like watching it, it was just like it's sick. I see some people that I recognize. I know some guy, local guy. He's like a not entertainer. That's what he does. He's like a public figure, whatever. He's famous. He does everything, anything, and he's in it, and he's promoting it. And he's like, oh, sick man. I know this guy is in it. But the film itself looks a bit. And you saw some acting, they got everything together. They got probably production value high. Everyone getting paid. But I don't.
It's got 2 drops.
I don't know. It just don't look interesting.
Why is it not coming up? Oh, volume.
I think it's on Link Up TV,
Yeah.
Oh,
the
it's one of
YouTube
them
channel,
films.
right?
Right. Okay.
Okay, it's one of them.
But I'm judging it before I watch it, so I'll probably watch it first and then I'll judge it.
Add
But
it to a list of things to watch for
What's-
next weekend.
yeah,
I don't know if you just explained it. What's the general synopsis? I don't know.
It's basically it's a sequel to another short film that he did,
oh, it's a sequel.
He's-
Oh, okay,
he's-
so we're gonna watch the first one now
Okay.
and I think it's a continuation of that.
So
Fairs.
because it's the actor from Top Boy, isn't it? One of the actors, is it?
One of them, yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a
The
bunch
main
of
guy.
like different like stars and stuff. There's even what's his name from One Day as well. Guy's name. But yeah, there's also the guy who does Diary of a Bad Man. He's in it as well.
I think I have seen a
Hamza.
poster or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen him in time.
I see him
Diary of a Bad
sometimes
Man.
pop up
Yeah.
I haven't seen him pop up in time.
selling phones or something. I don't know. Sponsorship, man.
Okay.
Not selling phones.
Sorry, like
Actually, that's what I was thinking in my head.
Nokia N64,
On
bro.
the side, oh, I got that brick.
Good
Yeah.
phone, man. You go get him. See that?
Yo,
It's a phone and a
that
weapon.
reminds me of was it not Another Hood? What is it called now?
No.
Another
The sequel to it, innit?
Yeah, the sequel to
Most
Another
recent
Hood.
one.
something hood, obviously, in it, but
Yeah.
Some of it.
Some Other Hood.
Hood.
Yeah. That I'm actually looking forward to watch that.
you got
Shout out
Good
to
reviews, innit?
to Theo. Who
Is
we
he
know
in that?
who's Yeah,
He's in it.
He's
No
in it.
way.
Yeah,
sick.
Mad. And I keep because
Brum
during the
represents.
tour, obviously Rinku loves GDK in it, German doner kebab. Like it's like best kebab. So every time we go there, and obviously when you get the box it's got the freaking Sumotherhood like
Oh,
all
okay.
over it. So it's like they're proper promoting it. But yes.
But now we're talking about like things like series and stuff. What got cancelled recently? Doctors.
They mentioned it at the Real Brum event as well. Yeah.
That was, I mentioned that ages ago, fam.
Yeah, no, yeah, we've known about it for
Yeah,
time,
that happened ages ago, innit? And then
Yeah.
I was surprised where some people were getting booked.
How long ago? Well, I thought they were just talking about it.
I think we've heard about it like since, because I think it's been in the news circulating for about a year now.
Yeah.
At least.
I mean, they say, you know, now...
Well, the official cancellation date was recently, though, right?
Yeah. The official cancellation.
Officially, yeah, but the
spoken
news about it being
yeah,
cancelled,
right.
it's not like,
Yeah.
he might get cancelled. They mentioned it ages ago. It's
I
going to get
did
cancelled.
not even know.
So now they finally cancelled it. It's official. Obviously, now they want to plan to invest the money that, you know, for the doctor stuff into other projects that
As long
maybe...
as it's Brum based, you know, because they got to replace it, man.
Yeah.
Because I think mostly for crew, it's a huge loss. Because I think a lot of crew,
That's the thing, yeah.
writers, big, starting out writers, starting out directors.
I know, like her makeup artist that was on there. Like, I know her, she used to work on that.
That's their first footing into the professional TV industry.
It's a good
TV and
step
film
up.
industry.
But let's hope that what Stephen Knight's trying to do in
stone.
Birmingham is going to actually change all that, with
yeah.
that studio. Which, again, it said is going to be finished this summer. So I don't know if it's finished. I've not heard
That's
anything.
the summer coming.
No, it says middle of summer. I thought it meant this summer just gone.
Okay. Like anything in Birmingham is built on time.
I could be wrong.
How long has HS2 been built?
Just about to say that.
It was,
But anyway, they got
20
cancelled
years or
anyway.
something?
Nah, it went this summer because this article was March 2023.
Okay.
So long.
Think 2 summers. Why is everything delayed in Birmingham for building? Anyway,
trust
but
me,
yeah,
man.
doctors, huge loss for crew. And I guess,
And also starting actors.
yeah, a lot of actors that obviously want to get into that scene of, you know, being on BBC series.
It means nothing,
That's
man.
like TV and
I know to you it means nothing, but for some people it feels like they get their foot in the door, or they're being seen by someone. If that
I mean,
makes
I
sense.
did it in it. Technically, I did some
Yeah.
internet thing, whatever, doctors thing. But I feel like a lot of people do it and then they do nothing. You have to take that opportunity and see what you run with it. Like they just say, "Oh, I did doctors."
It's
What
the same
next?
thing we were saying in episode 1 when I was saying, like, you know, you can't just go to drama school and expect to get
All the
an
jobs.
agent and get all the jobs right after.
Yeah.
That happens to the special few. However, whilst you're in drama school, you need to also be auditioning for everything.
Yeah.
Whilst you're
Auditioning,
doing it.
networking,
Networking, doing all that stuff. So the same way with doctors, if you land yourself a role in doctors, and remember, because I think people have this perception of what doctors is. They go on there and say, "Oh my god, yeah, it's gonna be."
Fam, the lady that was on there, she's been on it for like 12 years. She told me, "Don't be on doctors." She said to me,
if you're looking to progress further than
Yeah.
that stage in your
she
career,
said, "Don't be a regular on this show."
Yeah, I just think it's a stepping stone. Just like, you know how is it
Get your
Natalie
feature
Emmanuel, whatever her name is, she was in Game of
Oh,
Thrones.
right.
She started in
Yeah.
Hollyoaks, which is not, again, a similar thing to Doctors to me. Maybe more popular.
Nah, she was famous, bro.
Yeah,
on
but like
Hollyoaks.
she was a regular there. But
The
it's a
way that
starting
I remember, was it Abdul's post? Abdul
What?
posted about this once.
No,
You know when he's just bigging up people, innit?
Yeah.
And Abdul was like, "Look at her, like, you know, she came from here, and now she was in Game of Thrones." I'm like, "Fam, she was famous in the UK."
No, yeah, she's been.
You know what I
famous,
mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
again, I think it's just a stepping stone. Just how you manage yourself after you get that exposure.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely. And like I was speaking to someone who has been on Doctors a few times as a guest, like, you know, thingy, and she was saying how because they literally have to film an episode every day,
Yeah.
literally every single day. So they're on there. They're like, "Yo, you know your lines? All right, cool. Boom, 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 boom. Don't swear. Don't look at the camera. We got it. Cool." It's like, did
They will always
Did you want
upload-
my performance to be? They don't care.
it doesn't matter.
We're moving on.
We've had so many stories of the actors that we know and our friends that have been on it, and they always hate what's been uploaded or what's been shown.
It's
They're
the
like,
worst
"That's
take."
my worst take."
But it's not about it's not that they don't care about the actor. It's
Yeah,
that
time-
they're focusing on
Time is money.
is the script right? Is the narrative right? is the shot right?
Yeah.
The actor kind of comes after because you have to process so much things so often.
Yeah.
This is
so
why they got
quickly.
cancelled, man. No quality control whatsoever.
Nah, it's partly that. Also, it's a daytime TV thing as well.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So they're thinking probably invest in something.
It is daytime.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Daytime TV. One of my friends was saying how if she didn't like the take that she did, she'd swear in it.
Yeah,
Smart,
So they have
smart.
to retake the take.
Until they said you're fired.
Yeah.
It's bringing understanding.
This person has a swearing problem. I don't know why you cast them. Who's casting director on this?
Oh man. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see now what they do to replace that.
Yeah.
I think they mentioned that Stephen Knight has got some series that he wants to make, maybe invest in that.
What's it called?
A lot of it's with Stephen Knight, to be honest. So obviously, big up Stephen Knight from Brum and that from Small Heath, I think, isn't it?
Small leaf and that.
Well, yeah, from the ends, man. Man's from the ends, isn't it?
So what's the series?
Went to
that
Streetly
he's-
School, yeah.
What's the series that he's doing?
I don't think he mentioned. Maybe he's mentioned somewhere, but I don't know what
Do
the
you know what the
series
series
is.
I mean, obviously,
Is it
he
mentioned?
has written Rakim Omar.
Oh no!
What's this?
That's that's a note for me. No, because I remember.
Use it
Let me get there, Jesus. No, because when I can't even remember when this was. I think it was like in June. So I think I must have been finished with the first half of Rinku's tour. Then I got an email from. I got an email from CJ. CJ sent me a message saying that BBC want to interview me. BBC Radio West Midlands with Raheem. I want to say his name right.
Omar, is it? No,
Raheem
what is
Omar.
it?
Raheem Omar, yeah.
Rakim.
Oh, I don't remember the last
BBC
name.
Radio West Midlands. Obviously, the base is in Mailbox in Birmingham. So went up there, did an interview, and it's basically just asking about obviously light posts that I was doing at the time, and also about what I thought about Stephen Knight coming to Birmingham. So I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, interesting conversation. Obviously, they're trying to build a whole new studio.
I mean, yeah, after the whole,
big
Peaky
productions and
Blinders
stuff.
being
Yeah.
so popular, but then it's not even made
Yeah,
in
literally,
Birmingham.
like a few scenes
made
was
in
used
Liverpool.
in freaking in the custard factory, the Dudley Black Country Museum.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
in Dudley. So they used like a few scenes in there, but most
Yeah,
of it,
mostly it was
was
Liverpool
done
and
in
whatever.
Liverpool.
So
Just on this new series, it's untitled, but it's based in Birmingham University. So it's a
that's the one I read. Yeah, yeah.
university series, which so I don't know what's gonna.
What,
to
like
expect.
an
A
in
drama.
between style, or is it drama?
It's a drama.
Drama,
okay.
yeah.
But
Which sounds interesting.
God,
No, we're just reading like, okay, what's the age casting?
I was thinking, wait, I still look like a student.
Let me shave my beard.
Mature students, right?
I can be a teacher.
Student from Zimbabwe.
I can be an older exchange. I can be an uncle.
I mean, they're mature students, right?
Yeah, this is my self-tape. Listen, students.
A student that drops out and becomes a shutter.
No.
It's gonna be gang-related.
Yeah, God.
No, but that should be really good. I'm actually excited to see. I want, because obviously there's been so many things that have been said to come to Birmingham, and obviously haven't, like Channel 4 moving here and then deciding to go somewhere else and all these things. I'm just hoping that these kind of promises are actually concrete and will.
Now this one definitely is now with Stephen Knight behind
I
it.
feel like, yeah, we're student night behind it.
You know, we
It's
lost
definitely
out.
gonna happen.
You know, with I think BBC stuff. I think. It
Yeah,
was
the
like
BBC.
between Birmingham and Leeds and Manchester. And
Yeah,
they went to
yeah.
Leeds and stuff. I don't know what it is. They have some. I know people cry sometimes. Oh, we don't get opportunities. This is the example of that, and like we are the second largest, anyways. Anyway,
We are the second city of the UK.
second city. It's like famous for that, and
Yeah.
for multiculturalism, for all the different backgrounds, different things, whatever you know you can say.
Stories, you know.
Stories. Birmingham is the place after London. I think, bro, you know what? I feel like we're probably even above them in terms of that. You know, I think
In terms of what?
London's like. When I say in terms of, I don't even know how to explain it. I think when I look at London, I think it's
Yeah.
almost like too congested.
It's
like
like
there's a lot
everyone's
there.
there.
Yeah, now that is too much.
Yeah.
You know,
Because I'll go to London and I'll be like,
Bro, you
within
can't
10
breathe,
minutes,
fam.
I found a Chinese person, an Italian person, a German, a Nigerian, a this, a that, a French person. Just there's so much. It's like wow. Whereas I think in Birmingham there's a real history in terms of British history and
There's roots, yeah, or
and
something.
multiculturalism within
Yeah.
Britain and the kind of the roots through that. So And not to say that doesn't obviously happen in everywhere else in the world, but especially the West Midlands.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
But it has time to shine now, and you know, hopefully with these opportunities we can do something, because we have to take, what's the word? Advantage of these opportunities.
Yeah.
Because it's nice to people say that, okay, you know, we're getting this. What are we gonna do though?
Yeah,
you
and
know?
also making sure that we do it to a high quality, that we're not just
Exactly.
allowing people that are not so qualified, or not to say not so qualified, but you know, we want to actually show the world, the UK, that we have a certain level of standard, that it's not, you know, oh, that's good for Birmingham. That old saying that we keep, you know, we always hear. We want to step above that, and I think, you know, things like Real Brum coming together and bringing a mixture of creatives and trying to support that. Things like Stephen Knight coming to Birmingham will hopefully all make a difference.
Yeah, fingers crossed, man.
Fingers crossed.
What else is there? I can't even remember now. What was the part of the topic?
One Piece!
Yes, I've been waiting
Have
for
you
this.
watched it? Live action?
Live action. You don't like...
Oh, you've watched half, or you like about it?
Who are you?
Yes.
My name is Monkey D. Luffy.
Monkey D. Luffy.
I wasn't too sure about him at the start,
Gun pistol.
but as it went on, I think as a live action adaptation, knowing how
This
difficult
is
it to
first. It's a
translate.
live action adaptation of an anime.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, we should
And
actually explain
we
that.
kind of like animes. Right?
No, just a little bit.
You know,
just a
just
little bit.
you know, just have anime on the wall. You
Yeah.
know, it's just, you know, obviously you guys can't
Chest
see that.
tattoo of So, One Piece.
One Piece is an anime that's
Yeah.
too damn long.
Is it? It's only 1,000 episodes.
Only.
More.
More.
Yeah. More?
That's the thing
But with
about
the-
that, yeah.
Yeah.
When you're telling me to like get into One
Yeah.
Piece,
It's tough, bro.
It took me a few years of being on and off with it as
Bro,
well.
it's got the pacing of a snail. Like, I know I'll enjoy
a
it.
snail that's dead. You know?
And locked away in a safe.
Literally. No, but like, I think as a live action, obviously we're talking about the One Piece Netflix
action, yeah.
live action adaptation. We know that Netflix have a bad
History.
reputation.
They did Cowboy Bebop as well.
Cowboy
And,
Bebop, I
Death
was like,
Note.
Oh, they did the best one.
Disappointed.
Dragon Ball. No, they didn't do that.
No.
They didn't do
That was just a
Sorry,
film.
that was,
That was
a way
Fox.
throwback. That was
That
a
was
way
Fox.
Fox, yeah.
Was that Fox?
we don't talk
Fox,
about that film.
We don't talk about it.
Dragon Ball Evolution don't count, man. That's just
Dragon Ball what? Huh? Who?
that's an abomination.
No, but yeah, carry on.
Yeah, so obviously they did, Netflix did Death Note and Cowboy Bebop.
Death Note was a disappointment.
was a disaster, I
They
think.
did too.
Because they completely changed.
No, they're planning
You
for
think-
a second one.
They're doing a second
What?
Death Note.
No, they started doing a sequel to Death Note.
What
Yeah.
sequel?
Why?
It ends.
Netflix.
That's the ending. Like, what do you mean the sequel?
Okay.
That's another thought. Like,
Unless he beat up
literally,
Shinigami to someone else.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think with the
Yeah.
comparing One Piece to Death Note, and even Cowboy Bebop, at least Cowboy Bebop and One Piece felt true to
the source material.
the source
yeah.
material. Whereas with Death Note, it was like
All over the
Netflix
place.
was like,
Casting was wrong.
our American audiences won't understand the
Yeah.
cultures and things of Japan. So what we'll do is we'll put this guy, this angsty teenager.
He was supposed to be this suave, basically Zac
the
Efron.
smartest, yeah, like the smartest, best looking,
Yeah.
freaking. He's got everything. The
Living
like,
life on easy mode.
High School Musical Zac Efron, not the steroid version now. You know.
High School Musical Zac Efron. Basically, like the whole storyline of Death Note is he's supposed to be this guy who's got everything.
Smart, handsome,
But
everyone loves him.
Yeah.
So that's what you
Top
don't
of his
doubt him.
class.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very smart, but also life isn't enough, and I think that's what people kind of gravitated to the anime so much, and they completely missed that with the Death Note adaptation. I didn't even get to see. I should rewatch it to see how Lakeith Stanfield's performance is in it, because I really do like
I
that.
need to just watch it point blank. I just never was.
Yeah,
into
yeah,
it.
I
skipped
turned
it.
it off at the dinner table scene with his dad. I was like, "What the fuck is this? Single parent, and his dad's
Hold up.
bullying him."
What? He's single parent in that one.
Yeah,
Bro.
it's just his dad, and he's sitting across from him, and his dad's like saying
It's
some shit.
It's the same thing in the original.
No.
No, it's
He's got
not.
a mom and a sister.
He's got his
Oh, I swear.
Idris, I'm disappointed.
It's been years since I've seen it.
I remember I did yesterday, fam.
I need to watch it. myself. But the One Piece, I personally think I had to convince these guys to give it a chance. Okay, because I watched it first, and like, I've seen the first, let's say, 200 episodes of the anime.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did. I just got over the desert where they're walking through
that
the desert
arc
for 10
is
episodes.
so long.
10 episodes.
And I feel like it's not the longest arc.
I feel like an outsider when look. I love anime. I've watched Bay anime probably more than you guys. But when it comes to One Piece,
I think I've caught up.
It's like you were like,
huh?
I think by now I've caught up. I've watched everything on 9 anime. I've clicked on everything.
No.
I don't think. Okay, fine.
You can say a lot of things
I
about me.
don't
You
watch
can
the
say a lot.
romance. Okay, fine.
Don't you dare! How much?
I don't watch the
Rain
romance.
Shonen.
No, I don't watch just shonen. I watch anything.
Or like,
slice of life, but I don't like romance ones. So maybe you got me beat on that. So
Maggie, I used to watch everything for you, bro.
hentai?
Huh? Everything. What do you think I watched that night? Like, come on. Like,
Oh wow.
No, what was great about the Netflix adaptation? Sorry, jeez.
Yeah, I know. It got me too.
What was great about the Netflix adaptation was that, like, when you understand film and what it takes to adapt something, especially storylines, and also to do a whole, basically like the first 4 characters that joined his pirate crew and stuff, all of that, which was I worked out.
they
It
altered it a
was
bit, but yeah, apparently.
90 something episodes or
Was
60
it?
something episodes into 8 episode
Bro,
thing.
The
Pacing was brilliant.
Fantastic.
I was like, oh, how are they going to do this? It's going to feel rushed. Yes, it does feel rushed because if you've watched the anime, because everything takes time, you get to get emotionally invested with the characters more. However,
The way they did it made sense.
the way they've done it
For me-
made sense. The changes that they've made make
The
sense
characters,
because it's film.
But here's the thing, I'm watching it from that because I don't know One Piece
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys, especially if you talk about Naruto. That's the thing. I know the animes, but when it comes to Naruto and how do you say it?
Bleach.
Naruto or is it Naruto?
Naruto.
Is it Naruto or Naruto?
If you're American, it's like Naruto.
Naruto.
But,
Naruto.
it's Naruto.
Naruto.
Yeah.
Also, it's emphasis on the A.
Yeah.
I didn't feel
Not Naruto.
No.
Okay.
No,
So with
in
the
the West, it's Naruto.
Naruto and One Piece, I don't know. Literally, I've watched it ages when it first come out.
It's the the top 3 shonens that are like long and dragged
No,
out.
yeah. I watched it when it first come out. One Piece, when it first came out with Pokemon. them days.
When you watching the Fox Kids version though?
Yeah,
where
well,
they changed
when
all
you're
the-
kid,
with the
whatever.
English,
I was a kid fan. I don't even remember. But I know I watched it.
Yeah.
But then now it's like 1 million episodes. So he's telling me, oh, he's sick. I'm like, yeah, fine, but I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna watch it. I want to know what happens next. I click on it. Oh, bro, come on.
That's the thing. It's daunting. It's
Yeah,
for
yeah.
new
Once
people,
you get
it's
through
daunting.
it, it's because you get to some bits. There's some because obviously I was watching it in dub because there's no way I was gonna sit through all of that.
See,
It
I'm a
sucked.
purist, bro.
So I put it on,
watch
and
both.
literally I'm just like I'm doing something else. I'm like, oh, okay, they're still walking through the desert. Okay,
There is the
folding
short-
my clothes.
There is the condensed version called One Piece.
No, see, we had this conversation,
Yeah.
and I said to him, "Nah, I can't do that, man."
Yeah, because it's FOMO, isn't it?
I know
I'm
it's
missing
the fact-
something.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not missing anything. You're missing staring.
That's how they originally
You're missing-
intended it.
You're missing staring. And there's literally just one clip I saw where they're literally going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth of just staring.
That's the OG edit. That's how it was meant to
And
be.
also, a lot of episodes, the first 10 minutes is a recap of the previous episode. Like,
When you actually work out, a One Piece episode is about 15 minutes.
Recap.
The whole thing is about. You look at the thing; it's like 25 minutes in total, but
Yeah.
the actual episode is about 15 minutes.
So One Piece is
and it
recap.
still feels long.
Dragon Ball Z screaming.
And recaps.
Naruto is just the fillers. But at least you can skip those.
True,
And
true.
go
But
back
what
to
I
them.
like,
But again, I'm like, I want to know about the wider world. So if it's going to
Yeah.
tell me,
Nah,
more,
mate, the
no,
war arc,
if
I'll
I was
forget what
skipping,
happened.
if I was skipping the filler episodes, I wouldn't know that there was sumos. I wouldn't know a bit more about the samurais.
Yeah, but I found that after because mate, the war arc. There's no way I'll forget. There was about 10 episodes of filler in between the war arc. I would have forgotten if I was watching it like live or whatever.
It was like 10 episodes in between several times.
Yeah, so I just skipped them all.
Yeah.
you actually skip filler episodes. I
I watched
can't
it
do
after
that.
I can't
man.
do it.
Yeah,
You can't skip.
I can't
I
skip.
have to watch it,
I
man.
skipped and I've got.
It's
I've
like if
got- I've got
I'm
back.
watching something that I really like, if I miss like a frame, I'm like, no, let's
I missed
put it
something,
back.
yeah,
I want to
yeah,
see
but
what the
it's
reaction
not-
looked
it's not
like.
for the story. I've gone back and watched the
I think it's
now,
because we're like
but-
analysts and that, like we see and we're like, okay, like I'm gonna remember this moment, so when I'm creating something, I can kind of tap into
That's
that
got
more.
nothing to do with it. It's just
Now for me,
No, that's just
also,
us as creatives though, as being like, I can't miss
also
anything.
that's how it was intended. Like they released it like that.
No,
I'll
it's
watch it all.
No, it's because they caught up to the manga. That's it. It was not because they were like, oh, I want to be artistic. Let's put sumas randomly.
I sent you the
It was just because they caught up to the manga.
Oh, the one where he goes like.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The site is it Saitama? What's the
Saitama, yeah.
No. It's not Saitama.
What are you talking about?
The comedy anime where they reference other animes in it.
Oh, Gintama.
Gintama.
Yeah.
And he was basically explaining animes and
the manga.
I do find it
and it's
funny.
like the following, and then when the manga it's like this whole video.
But yeah, that's the only reason why there's fillers. It's not because of being artistic.
That's why there's like 2 Full Metal Alchemists. You got
Yeah.
the Full Metal Alchemist,
Yeah.
then you got the Brotherhood version.
Because
which is
Full
the
Metal
manga
Alchemist caught up, then was like, fuck it, we're
They
not
did their own
waiting.
ending. Yeah,
Did their own thing. It
Messed
went
up.
fucked.
And this is
Anywho, let's just do our own different.
this is another reason why One Piece as well. Because me, I'll skip a filler and go back to it when I'm done with the main story. One Piece will put the filler and the canon in the same episode.
Oh yeah, you can't skip. That's what I'm saying. You can't skip
It's
the filler
annoying.
in One Piece.
It's like, I'll force you to watch this episode.
Because it's like within the filler episode, there's a bit of story about someone doing something, his
annoying.
journey into something, and it's like,
It's the same with Bleach, man.
yeah,
No, but Bleach puts a whole filler arc in the middle of another arc.
and I'm like, they were just in Waco Mundo. Whoa, what the fuck is going on?
then-
Why are they back at home? Oh, filler, cool, great.
That's what confused me because yeah.
And it's a half a year until
Yeah,
you get
yeah,
back to
yeah.
this.
I personally, I just don't get this filler thing,
Yeah.
man. 'Cause I learned about this later on. People say, "Oh, the filler episode, the filler, this filler." That. I'm like,
And you
I
was
just
like, I just
watch
watched
it.
them.
It's just anime for me. It's just whole. It's just
No,
all.
because sometimes the story arc is so good and like the manga's now finished and they have to wait for the more chapters to come out, so they just put random episodes like.
So, bro, just pause it. Just
Yeah,
pause.
pause. I will wait. Okay.
But anyway, specifically to
Yeah,
One
yeah,
Piece,
One
and everything,
Piece.
obviously you guys have watched it. I'm
Yeah.
from an outside perspective. I'm watching it. First, you know me, I'm very judgmental when it comes to it.
Yeah.
But the characters, bro, you fall in love with them straight away, man.
Yeah.
It's a bit annoying sometimes. Man keeps saying, "I'm Monkey D. Luffy," bro. We get it, man.
I'm not
But that's
Luffy.
literally if you watch.
But
the
that's
anime,
why- no,
that's
what he
exactly
does.
him. Yeah.
But so
When you know the source material, they fit that. They all
I
99%.
think Nami's the closest one to
She was
being
perfect for it. Yeah.
a perfect representation of her character in Thingy. Second, I'd say Zoro.
She's probably the strongest actor.
Yeah.
So you're not saying
Out of
Luffy
all of them.
is number one?
I wouldn't say Luffy's the best actor out of the cast.
No, in terms of like just getting everything.
Character. Yeah.
Not character.
No, we're
No,
talking
no,
about
not
the
character,
actor portraying the character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think. But again,
I think
my
he's
knowledge of
done-
One Piece is I know
Yeah.
this way that
For me, there are moments, when he's like, not almost breaking the fourth dimension, is it fourth
fourth
dimension?
wall.
Fourth
Yeah.
wall, or doing this thing when he's like screaming on top of his voice. It's a bit awkward, I don't know, like in animes, you
Yeah.
accept certain things, innit? That Crane stuff that happens
those
in
things are
animes.
fucked up,
Part
I
of me
just
is
forget
like-
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, for the live action, there's not that stuff for Nami's character. Whereas for this, you're like, no, it's good, you get it, that's Luffy and that anime, but it's like, it doesn't translate 100% on.
Yeah. It's about like
Yeah.
a 70, 80
Yeah.
kind of into
So
the
he's
thing.
there, obviously,
Yeah.
yes, he is Monkey D. Luffy, but then certain things
But
don't
a part of
translate.
me almost wants it to be a bit more like, as in, because
Yeah.
his character is so absurd, and to match it with
Yeah,
how
he-
absurd he is in the anime,
Yeah, he's a bit held back sometimes, you
it
feel
feels like he's holding back in it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing where I'm like, that's why he's not the best portrayal of the character. But also, I feel like there's no one that can probably do it better. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's a really good, like,
Even Oda said
Yeah.
that was Luffy. So yeah.
and the moments that are supposed to be
I
funny,
re-
are
I
fucking
really like,
funny and hilarious.
Sanji. Is it Sanji?
yeah,
He's
yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like him.
I
What
like
is
Sanji.
he?
Do you know he actually
He's
learned kickboxing just so he can do the character
Is
well?
he?
And cooking. He went to culinary
Recently?
school and
Mad.
yeah.
Bro.
So, because obviously they've been filming this since like 2021. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
very long
Also,
time.
we kind of know Sanji because Sanji worked with this guy who, Craig, what's his name? What's the actor name that was in Monster Never
Okay,
Die?
what?
No, the one in Abdul's film.
Oh, yeah. The ginger.
The ginger guy.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but yeah.
So he worked with him. Oh, I seen a picture of them together, bro. They work in the same place, or they're from the same place, like Brixton, maybe. They're from the same.
Basically, like 3 degrees of separation.
Yeah.
We know someone who knows that guy who
So
knows that guy.
basically-
So
So
kinda
He's
know.
our best friend too.
so 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon is what you're saying.
I know.
Is that the phrase?
Of separation.
Something like that, yeah.
7 degrees
of Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. No, 6 degrees of
Those are
separation is the real term, though.
Yeah,
Explain that.
6 degrees of separation.
Separation,
Yeah, basically that, yeah.
But,
What did
I've
you
heard the
say?
Kevin Bacon thing as well.
I said 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Man said 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Something
He's
about
not
Kevin
wrong.
Bacon.
I feel like
I'm
there
not
is
wrong,
one
but-
that is like that.
Yeah, but what's the actual
yeah, I
phrase?
need to know.
That everyone that Kevin Bacon.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
probably,
there's
yeah.
like links to
Okay.
Kevin Bacon.
Say that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But no, yeah. You saying your favorite character is Sanji?
I just like his character
Yeah.
was just fun because like obviously you see everyone else at that point it was
His
Nami.
backstory is actually sick as well. Obviously, way deep into the
Yeah,
episodes, but his backstory is sick, and I like the
Yeah,
way
the one with him and his stepdad or dad, whatever, on the
Mental
island.
thing that was cool.
I'm
That
not gonna
was
lie. I
mad.
was like, obviously, having watched all the episodes, I'm like, I wish they spent a bit more time, but they can't because they got to fit everything into 8 episodes.
Yeah.
However, they did it perfectly.
Yeah.
To fit it into 8 episodes and still get that feel. I was watching with my girlfriend. She cried.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bless.
And I was
But
like,
she got some
yeah.
weird taste, fam. Like she'd be randomly going like, "Oh, that's crap." Whatever.
Yeah, she
it
was
is.
like, "Oh, get out." I think it's shit.
Yeah.
I was like,
she can't even explain why. She can't even explain why.
I hurt my feelings. But no, she loves One Piece. She's literally like, once we started watching it, she was like, "When are we watching?"
Does she
this
enjoy
next
it more than
episode?"
Steven Seagal films?
I hope so.
She'd be like, "It's not up
I hope
there."
season
Like his
2
kicks are good, but have you seen Steven Seagal?
Wait, she likes Steven Seagal.
Let's not talk about this.
I hope season 2 comes soon. Like I don't want to wait 2 years. Or
They're
3
already
years.
in production, aren't they? I don't know if they're already filming, but I know the things are already in process.
Yeah.
But that's exciting, yeah. So
And obviously Zoro as well, brilliant character.
Yeah.
And I like
The
how
fish guy was also my favorite character.
yeah,
Arlong was sick.
Arlong
This is my one
Arlong.
problem,
Well,
and
being
again,
black.
I think it's probably. Is that too?
Yeah? Oh, it's not that. Okay.
It's not that, but there's that too. I'll come on to that.
Okay.
So my one problem is, you have these fights feel like he's winning way too easy.
Yeah.
No, Arlong or Luffy.
Oh wait, yeah.
Whereas
okay.
in the anime, when he fights against the guy with sword hands, sorry,
I was gonna
spoilers
say
by
that.
the way.
Yes.
If you
Oh yeah.
see,
Yeah, just put it in red. Like spoilers,
In terms of this world, anyways,
Yeah.
that guy was the most OP one. The one with the
Arlong,
sword.
yeah.
No, the
No,
one with the
yeah,
sword
yeah.
hands.
that whole fight takes about 5 episodes, anyways. Let's leave that aside. I was expecting him to get really cut up, like really get
just
damaged.
messed
He
him
didn't
up.
get hit.
Yeah,
He got hit like a few times, and I'm like, also how you're showing the power levels. Like he learned that quick. There's a move called the quick step or whatever it's called. Forgot what it's called. So he's moving fast. So Luffy is supposed to be like getting sliced and diced and played.
So that thing is understandable because Luffy's rubber, innit? it? So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we get it.
Yeah. That's like his one weakness. He's
Yeah.
knives in it rather than guns. And then Arlong fight as well. He's a fishman. Like they are miles stronger than.
They're fast and
Yeah,
strong
yeah.
and whatever.
So it felt like again that fight, but it also made sense that he didn't really fight him because he, the building.
Oh,
he
yeah.
did the thing. So yeah, that's one thing, and I think this is in general with prosthetic films where they're depicting aliens or someone that's inhuman.
It's always
humanoids, black people.
So in Avatar, most of the I think
Are
all
we not
of
doing
the avatars.
fish bending? Like, what's going on here? Like, have you noticed
from
that?
ginger bending now to fish bending.
Most
Alien
fishmans
bending.
are played by black people. Like, what do you mean?
It's always peculiar creatures. I don't know what it is.
Mermaid, she's black.
No, but I do think there's a certain thing in the black features that aesthetically works well in terms of being able to sculpt and.
I think
I think it was more the
But also it feels like.
I think it's more the voice, being big as well, and the acting as well. So
Yeah.
Yes.
By chance, he was the black guy.
I guess if you look at it culturally, if black people are much more expressive culturally, if you compare the two cultures in general, generalizing, say white people compared to black people, we're more expressive, at least here in the UK.
But you did say that the whole the fish men, whatever in that world, they were supposed to almost be like
The black people of that universe,
yeah,
it does represent because, you know, as people say that, you know, One Piece talks about slavery, it talks about the government, it talks about...
Like, you think they're afraid of us because we're this, that,
Yeah.
faster,
We're
this,
different, we're
whatever.
faster, we're stronger, and I'm watching it and I'm like, this feels very black.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, damn.
He's talking about us. I'm a fish man.
Fish man, yeah, my fish.
Where's my gills?
We're gonna have like Malcolm Fish in the back. I have a dream.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
What was I gonna say? And also, they did really well with. I wouldn't say it's colorblind casting, but like a lot of the characters, there's barely any black characters. There's actually a lot more black characters in One Piece than there is in any other anime.
The guy with the nose was supposed to be black, right?
Oh, he is.
Is he black?
Long nose.
Usopp, Usopp's meant to be.
He's black.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's one of the characters that are definitely meant to be black. Any of the other characters apart from that one agent that Zoro just slices up at the start.
Right.
The only guy that hunts him at the start.
Right.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
cuts him up. I think he's supposed to be black. All the other characters that are black in there, they've just made them black.
You're crying about
Which
it.
I saw.
Where's all the Bengalis, eh? Where's all the Asian men?
But also,
what?
where?
Yeah. They're all in their own war. Being interviewed by Piers Morgan. Do you condemn Hamas? Do you condemn Hamas?
And it's full circle.
Do you condemn the fishmen?
Oh wow.
No, but it was, I'm not. Maybe I'm looking way too deep into it, but it feels like a lot of the characters with blue hair are black.
Yeah, man. What the hell is that about? Like, I know
I was
it's
like,
that.
every character with blue hair that's in the anime who's white in there is
Yeah,
black.
because Nami's sister's white in the anime, isn't it?
Oh wait, yeah, her sister. Okay, yeah, blue hair. Oh, she's white in the anime.
Yeah.
They are. It's still
Okay.
exactly the same story. Everything. They're not actual sisters and stuff. But
So I was trying to do the. So it's that blue head bending now.
The director's just like, yo, how can we know who the black one is? Like, give them blue hair.
in general,
Just give them blue hair.
One Piece casting was almost brilliant in terms of One Piece. The casting was almost brilliant in terms of really representing. Even the guy that Sanji subs the food to.
Yeah.
Literally makes me feel the exact same way that character did in the anime. Like, it's really good casting. I wasn't too sure about Garp, but I'm warming up to him now after watching the end. Luffy's
Grand.
Oh right, yeah.
Who I wasn't too sure about Shanks.
Yeah, you didn't like.
And then I watched that at the end, and I was like, he grew on me at the end. I was like, okay, kind of feels like it's right now, but at the start it felt very like, who's this guy?
I personally liked sometimes the way it was filmed. You know, there was some weird shots. I don't know how to even explain it. There was always this thing where it kind of like
It was
kind
angle
of a
shots.
Dutch angle,
Yeah. It's like
it's still as well constant.
It's
I don't know, it just
supposed
felt
to
weird.
make you uneasy.
Yeah,
I think it does
Maybe was on
work,
purpose.
but I think it's the style of it as well. Like they're trying to find their like One Piece style.
I think that was
No, you know when they're in whenever something's happening and you get like a low angle thingy shot, and it's always like
that's
like almost like you're looking up at the conversation. What else? I had a few more points.
I mean, I liked it. I was
Yeah, it was
surprised.
good.
Live action was actually good. You know, usually they're shit.
yeah.
Like no, that there's no
Unless
in
they're
between.
made by Japanese directors.
That's
who
different
understand
as well,
the
yeah,
language.
because usually they
'Cause I
set in
actually
Japan
liked
as well.
the Death Note, the Japanese one.
Yeah.
I watched it ages ago, so I don't know how I would think about it now, but I quite liked it. That one. Again, you can see that they're working with a much lower budget. So one thing I did notice about One Piece is a lot of the shots were shot at night, even though in the anime they're in daytime, or in a dark room, because I think it helps. This is just me speculating. I'll probably need to watch VFX reacts and see what they think of it. I think it helps with the CGI.
Hide certain things.
Yeah. So for it to not look so
Stands
out of
out.
place,
Yeah,
or they
yeah.
don't have to put so much detail in it. I was surprised that Luffy's stretching.
Looked pretty good,
Buggy, I think he's actually probably my favorite character.
Yeah, I quite liked him.
Buggy was sick.
CJ was good.
The CG was really good. Wasn't perfect, but it was really good.
All in all, they just need to hire fans. Because have you heard of Jalex Rosa? He did what you call it?
Oh yeah.
One Piece.
Oh, I've
thing.
seen that. Yeah.
Like,
He spends like 6 months of his life doing just like 5 seconds, but it looks
But it's
amazing.
fair enough, yeah, because he's one man. But imagine you ever had a team of people like him.
But also, it's one person, so it's his idea.
And his
whereas
passion
when
and
you're
no one else
working,
involved in it.
yeah, when you're working with a group, you have to
Compromise.
compromise other people's ideas and directions, and it's not all the time that you'll be able to think and want to create the same thing.
True.
Or go down the same way. Or the director might be like, actually, I want it to be like this for X, Y, and Z reasons.
Yeah. But no, but like, yeah.
But that is sick. But also, if I saw that in the Netflix, I'd be like, they
They'd
could have
be
done
like
better
that,
with the CGI.
Yeah, because that looks very gamey, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily live action, but maybe that.
But also with things like Unreal Engine, the guy spoke about in Real Brum as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, Idris, you know about Unreal Engine. A lot of gaming developers use it. Now a lot of VFX artists are starting to use it as well. It's going to really create a new world of like CG and stuff. But yeah, One Piece is really good. You should go watch it. We've already kind of ruined the whole thing for you by now if you've...
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's another 1,000 more episodes. So if you think you're missing, you're not.
Yeah, to be honest. Yeah. So, have you watched any other Asian-centric...
I've not
TV?
seen it, but I've seen something that always pops up and it's intrigued me. Some Korean drama called Bargain.
Yes, you were talking about it.
I don't know exact synopsis. What? I need to pull it out then. Anyway, what's the exact synopsis, man? Basically, what happens is like there's a room, right? You see some people tied up, and they're being sold.
Yeah.
Their organs are being sold, being auctioned off.
Okay.
Right. This is what I saw, and then they're bidding for it. He wins it, and he's crying. And next minute, everything just collapses. Earthquake, and then you're like, what the fuck's going on?
Okay.
And then it happens.
Interesting.
No, that's what I mean. Just from that, and then the earthquake happened, and then I guess it's about them being stuck there, and stuff happens. I don't know.
The
it just
organ
looks
harvesting
interesting.
thing, that sounds mad. That you're being auctioned.
That in itself, exactly,
Yeah.
that's mad. And then the next thing happens. So it's like,
Yeah.
and it's a Korean thing as well. So Koreans,
I think
They're good
it's,
storytellers.
the storytellers are...
storytelling.
Storytelling, I think, it's one thing that
the East.
Asia has unlocked is storytelling, character development, and that's something that the West still have not caught up on, in terms of the level of, and also I think maybe because it's from a different culture, because you're hearing it in a different language, it translates differently to watching.
Maybe things don't translate as much.
People feel like they have a lack of culture here in the West. That you can't connect to as much as say watching.
They're really
something
good
else.
at blending almost all genres together. You'll have a horror and like
Parasite.
for example, it's horror, it's comedy, it's violent thriller,
It's everything
action.
literally in one.
Yeah.
Or to be fair, one film again, but it's based on Asian culture. It's based on the Chinese culture. Everything Everywhere All at Once is
great film.
a fantastic comedy film, but also action, but also heartfelt with the the drama between the mother and the daughter, and all these kind of. I was watching an interview with the I forgot her name, main actress. Bad, like, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say bad girl, bad girl actress.
Bad girl.
But my lips wanted to say bad boy. Sick actress. She's been in Jackie Chan films from time. Almost got killed by Jackie Chan.
Are you talking about the main actress
Standard.
in Stephanie Hsu? No, that's not her. It's someone. I can't remember her name now.
Google it.
Yeah, Google it. Because Stephanie Hsu is the younger one.
Yeah. She was saying how like when she got the script.
Oh wait, I know you're talking about now. Yeah.
When she got the script, she was like, firstly, it's like there's so much Michelle.
Yo. Yeah.
There was so much in it. She's like, how the fuck are you guys gonna accomplish this? But also, she was like, it felt like this script was written for her, and there's a whole emotional thing. But anyways, yes, character development and stuff is, and storytelling is something that's just, I don't know, it just comes out so much more in Eastern films.
Yeah.
Agreed. That's all the topics.
Cool.
So let's wrap up.
Time to go.
I guess it's time, guys.
to go.
We've waffled enough.
Yeah, we really are. Hey, we need to get some chicken in this podcast. Right? I'm just saying.
And some watermelon. What do you stereotype, man?
And?
We're trying to go away from that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
Get some chicken, get some watermelon, and maybe some waffles.
And then sprinkle on some crack.
Wow. Wow.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Right.
Oh my God! Look at this.
He put pictures up.
He put a picture of his family all over the walls. He's insane. Anywho, this has been the Chicken and Waffle podcast. Checking in.
Chicken out.
No. This has been the Chicken and Waffle podcast. Checking in and checking out.
What the fuck? I said that.
Oh my God.
It's the way you said it.
Chicken out.
I'm gonna stop recording now.